A flooding emergency and a record-breaking day of rain.
I can't believe more people don't know, turn around, don't drown. I feel like I hear that everywhere, so it's important.
East Tennessee taken over by dangerous floodwater, and it's not over yet.
That's right. We're not in the clear just yet. We have another line of showers and storms moving through the area later tonight, bringing not only the potential for more heavy rain, but also gusty winds to the area. We'll have your forecast coming up.
Tonight, hear from people pulled safely from water rescues and from those who decided to evacuate their homes.
10 News is brought to you in high definition exclusively by Harper Auto Square. WBIR 10 News starts now.
Thanks for joining us tonight. A massive flooding system brought nearly 6 inches of rain to East Tennessee in the last 18 hours. And it has been a record-breaking day. So far, we have nearly doubled the daily record rainfall amount. The storm turned roads into rivers, prompted optional evacuations, and we have seen several cars get stranded in high water. This afternoon, there was a small break in the rain, but we are not out of the woods just yet. Another round is coming our way. Here's a live look at the radar now. You see most of the state still lighting up in green, which means rain, the heaviest of which is expected to come around midnight. And with that rain comes wind, falling trees, power outages are possible too. Todd and Cassie are joining us from the Weather Center now. Guys, the rain has been heavy. This is a serious situation, and we're not done yet.
Not done yet at all, Daniel, Cassie. We are looking, thankfully we've gotten a break, but a lot of rain, a lot of flooding. We could see more heavy rain, more flooding tonight, maybe a few stronger storms. High winds could also be an issue.
I mean, the soils are just so saturated. As you saw today, just about everything that fell ran off. That's why we had large puddles like the one you're seeing here next to Alcoa Highway throughout the day today.
Yeah.
And with all of that excessive runoff, that means that we have more flooding potential later tonight. And when you factor in those gusty winds that we expect to see kicking up in the next couple of hours, and especially as that line moves through later tonight,
right,
we're talking about the potential for trees to come down in the power outages.
Exactly. Speaking of which, let's go through the currents, and then we'll get to that timeline of what we're expecting, how much, and when it all hits. 52 degrees right now. There are places in the 70s. Look at Birmingham, 70 degrees, Cass.
That gives you an idea. There's a lot of energy in the atmosphere when you talk about that warmth that's down to our south. You can also see that warmth kind of climbing up in the middle Tennessee with Nashville at 62. That milder air is going to be moving into our region, and so will the energy. So we do expect to see some thunderstorms coming in later tonight, as you can see here from your radar.
There's the energy right there. They do have tornado and severe thunderstorm warnings. Now, the greatest risk for severe weather is to our west in Mississippi, Alabama, west and middle Tennessee, but we could see a few stronger storms. A squall line of showers will be advancing in later this evening. We're enjoying a break right now, but still a lot of flooded roads. Here's the issue. As we go through this evening, we're starting to see some scattered heavier showers developing, particularly by mid to late evening. And then, Cass, as we get closer to midnight, we'll watch that main line start to advance our way.
And unfortunately, just like today, how the cells continue to move over the same places, that training effect that we've talked about, we expect to see that kick up again later tonight, adding another inch or 2 or 3 to the totals we already have around the area. That rain continues into the overnight hours. The front finally pushes through early Sunday morning, and then while tomorrow we will see the rain ending,
right,
the precautions that you still need to take around the area because of the weather are not done yet.
Not done yet. We're talking about high winds, which could down trees, power lines, maybe create power outages, river flood warnings. We'll talk about how much rain we saw today and how much rain still yet to come in those watches and warnings, and your full forecast just ahead. Daniel?
All right, guys, that rain's still coming, so a lot more to talk about. We'll see you in a few minutes. And the rain today quickly, as you likely know, grew into flooding, and it dominated roads in Knox County. As a result, crews worked all day to rescue people who drove into those floodwaters. 10 News reporter Katie Inman is live in West Knox County, where a car is completely underwater and crews are trying to get it out. Katie, they've been working on that for a while now.
Hey Daniel, that's exactly right. I'm here off of Ebenezer Road, and it looks like a lake behind me, but believe it or not, it's a road and there is a car somewhere underneath there. I'm going to go ahead and step out of the way. If you look here behind me, this water has just grown all day. That used to be a stop sign right there. There's a stop sign and a dead end sign underneath that. So hard to believe, but the car that is under this water, that happened about 10 this morning. The man that was in the car is safe, but the water pooling and rising is the same for other parts of the area too, not just right here. And the message here is to not risk driving through floodwaters, or you might end up trapped or stranded. The rivers and roads in Knox County are riding a thin line right now. The water rose several inches over the course of just a few hours.
Just crazy flooding. I was here about an hour and a half ago and the water was about half as high as it is now.
While some choose to stay back and stay safe.
Well, yeah, I had to turn around because obviously I can't get home this way anymore. So yeah, I'm just trying to find a good way home.
Others choose to take the risk and find themselves in some high water. That was the case on Ebenezer in West Knox County. Around 10 in the morning, a man chose to drive into waters he thought he could handle, but had to wade out of the mess.
Yeah, it's insane because in the pictures that were less than an hour ago, I think, or just about an hour ago, you can see the cars just right about at the windows, and now you can't even see the car anymore, so it's just gone.
While he was fine, his car not so much. Tow crews tried to swim and hook it themselves, but the water was too high. Down the road, on Concord at Tyson Park, a van was pushed against the guardrail by fast-moving water.
So the guardrail was keeping them from going into deeper water, and so the rescue truck launched their rescue boat, and we were able to get those individuals out.
And as the water continues to rise, the message stays the same.
Turn around, don't drown, and this is exactly what we're talking about. These individuals were in danger.
That's right, turn around and don't drown. Now they are going to continue to try and get this car up out of the water. It's not happening yet, but Daniel, I'll go ahead and send it back over to you. Hopefully this will start to dry up, but we're not out of the woods yet.
Yeah, we're definitely thinking about all those people trapped in those conditions and with their property there. Katie, thank you so much for that update. And even emergency crews are struggling to get around in these conditions. Look at this. Earlier today, a fire truck got stuck in high water in North Knoxville trying to reach a trapped driver. It happened at Knox Road and Broadway. Luckily, everyone involved is safe. And that flooding near Broadway and Knox Road forced 20 men out of their home. It's called Mend House, and it helps men get sober after drug or alcohol addiction. Rico Hopewell says that the men got to another building safely, but it was a scary situation.
Feel safe because they did a great job at coming to the Mend House and asking were the men okay. And there was one guy in there, he's older, he's 64 years old. And he asked was he okay. He went in there and checked on him, and so he was okay. So they did a really good job. Awesome.
North Knoxville is still seeing high water on some roads right now. While there is still standing water, officials are asking you to remember your pets and make sure they're safe. KPD says animal control officers have rescued several pets today, including this dog you see here, chained to a tree and stranded on top of a doghouse. They're asking that you bring any animals inside for now. Zoo Knoxville will be closed for the rest of the weekend after rising water affected power on the west side of the zoo. The zoo says that all of the animals are fine and extra generators have been brought in to keep them dry. And as the water rises, the mayor of Oakdale in Morgan County is asking people who live along Emery River to evacuate. The mayor says that the river is now about 28 feet right now. Normally, it stays at about 17 feet. About 50 to 60 people live along that river, and the mayor says evacuation is optional, but the city is opening a local church for people to go to if they need to. The Morgan County Sheriff is sending deputies to help make sure people are staying safe. The Oakdale mayor says that the local volunteer department and emergency services are on standby just in case. He says the Red Cross is also on standby. We'll walk you through how Morgan County is staying safe tonight on the Night Beat. Other East Tennessee communities are getting pummeled by rain and flooding as well. 10 News reporter Stephanie Haynes takes us over to Loudoun and Roane counties.
In Lenoir City, swift water rescue teams brought a man, his girlfriend, and 2 dogs to safety. This is Forrest Anderson. He lives along Town Creek near Highway 321. He says he called when the water started rushing in above his knees. Rescue teams said they got him out with rope that wicked the water away.
Then we made our way slowly across the water to the house, secured the man with us.
And in Roane County, rushing water was covering streets and surrounding homes. This is Meadowlark Lane in Harriman. One woman emailed 10 News Saturday morning that she and her family evacuated. Nikki Stafford also lives in the area and said she's never seen anything like this.
Have you seen this before?
No, I haven't.
Other Roane County roads are getting destroyed by rain. And in Oak Ridge, Highway 95 is closed for floodwaters. Oak Ridge police posted they rescued a partially submerged car on the turnpike earlier on Saturday. In Loudoun and Roane counties, Stephanie Haynes, WBIR 10 News.
Weather affecting that area too. Stephanie, thank you. And a rock slide near the Tennessee-North Carolina state border will keep I-40 closed for at least a week now. Eastbound lanes are closed on the Tennessee side from exit 435 to the state line. Both lanes of I-40 are closed on the North Carolina side. TDOT and NCDOT are both diverting traffic to I-81 and I-26. A contractor for NCDOT has already started removing some of that debris. Crews will continue to work throughout Sunday morning to monitor roads for flooding and other concerns like more slides. Meanwhile, another slide has shut down Oak Ridge Highway. Mark Nagy with TDOT tweeted that out. It's at Hackworth Road. That road is not expected to be cleared until at least tomorrow. Nearly 100 roads are closed in the city of Knoxville alone. This is a live look right now at I-40 at Campbell Station Road. The standing water at the exit is starting to recede, but the road is still blocked off tonight. KPD says please do not drive past any road closure signs. We have a running list of those closures at WBIR.com. When we come back, we look at the conditions in your neighborhood. We have received hundreds of your pictures and videos, and we'll check those out after the break. And the #1 spot in the SEC comes down to just 2 points. We're breaking down an overtime struggle between the Vols and LSU coming up in sports.